Formula One is about to undergo substantial transformations, and the 2026 season promises to be a historic milestone. With the introduction of new engines, 100% sustainable fuels, and a completely revamped aerodynamic design, the cars will face a transformation that redefines the technical and environmental standards of the sport. However, these are not the only changes at play. There are ongoing discussions about expanding the point system to include cars finishing outside the top 10, an attempt to promote greater competitive fairness and recognize the performance of smaller teams. The FIA's hesitation in implementing the rookie race, postponing the decision, has generated frustration among both fans and participants in the sport. The 2026 preseason testing will also undergo a thorough overhaul. There will be 9 days of testing, including the use of so-called MU cars, modified vehicles that will simulate the conditions imposed by the new regulations, and will be essential for teams to adapt to the upcoming technical changes. Simultaneously, McLaren, Mercedes, and Ferrari are exploring loopholes in the regulations regarding flexible wings, a strategic move that could offer significant competitive advantages. How teams adapt to these regulatory changes will be crucial to the future of the competition. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated, and let's explore what's coming next. One of the most impactful changes for Formula One in 2026 will be the introduction of new engines and a completely revised technical regulation. F1 is committed to leading sustainable technological development with more efficient engines that use 100% sustainable fuels. The new engines will feature greater integration of electrical components, increasing the hybrid power of the cars. This not only changes the balance between combustion energy and electric energy, but also transforms the vehicle's design. In addition to the changes in engines, there are ongoing discussions about revising the Formula One point system. There is growing pressure to extend the points beyond the top 10, allowing more teams, especially those with smaller budgets, to be rewarded for their efforts. The proposal comes in response to the increasing competitiveness of the category, where midfield and backmarker teams have shown solid performances, but lack recognition due to the difficulty of reaching point-scoring positions. However, this change is not unanimous. Figures like commentator Martin Brundle argue that points should be a rare achievement, reserved for the best performances. On the other hand, some advocate for the approach of IndyCar, which distributes points to all participants, making the championship more competitive and unpredictable. So far, the decision has been postponed, but discussions continue, and we may see changes in this regard in the coming years. Another initiative that generated high expectations was the possibility of a rookie race at the end of the 2024 season, which has unfortunately been postponed to 2025. This race would have given young talents the chance to demonstrate their potential in real competition conditions, something many believe is essential for opening doors in F1. However, logistical issues and the intense schedule led to the event's postponement, causing frustration among young drivers and their teams. The need to provide more opportunities for new talent is evident, but implementing such an event still requires more robust planning. With the changes planned for 2026, preseason testing takes on even greater importance. Unlike recent years, when teams had only 3 days of testing, in 2026, there will be 9 days, divided into 3 sessions of 3 days each. This extension is a direct response to the complexity of the new engine and aerodynamic regulations, requiring substantial adaptation from the teams. This time, the expectation is that teams will be better prepared, reducing risks that could undermine the spectacle at the start of the season. As we approach the 2026 season, the leading teams in Formula One are adjusting their strategies to maximize the opportunities presented by the new rules. McLaren, Mercedes, and Ferrari in particular are exploring loopholes in the regulations on flexible wings, attempting to find a balance between innovation and compliance. Flexible wings have become a point of interest due to their potential to provide a significant aerodynamic advantage, especially on high-speed tracks where drag efficiency is crucial. However, this exploration carries risks. The FIA closely monitors the development of these technologies, and any movement outside the limits could result in sanctions. Despite this, McLaren has already demonstrated success by adopting creative solutions, gaining important competitive advantages in some races this year. Mercedes, on the other hand, is focused on adapting its design philosophy to ensure its cars can benefit from flexible wings without compromising overall stability. Ferrari is developing hybrid solutions that can be adjusted based on the FIA's interpretation of the rules, avoiding surprises with regulatory changes. These strategies aim to ensure that teams are prepared to deal with the new technical regulations and maximize the performance of their cars. Collaboration between teams and the FIA during the development of these rules is also essential to ensure a similar competitive level across the board. The balance between innovation and compliance will be decisive, and those who master this dynamic will have a considerable advantage in 2026. Another crucial aspect of preparing for 2026 is the battle for reliability and performance. With the new engines and the integration of more complex electrical systems, reliability becomes a critical factor. The failures that occurred during the transition to hybrid engines in 2014 serve as a reminder of the challenges that can arise with significant technological changes. This time, it is hoped that teams have learned from past mistakes and are better prepared. Mercedes and Red Bull, for example, are investing heavily in their power units to ensure not only speed, but also the robustness needed to face the season. Ferrari, which has historically faced reliability issues in regulatory transitions, is adopting a more cautious approach, prioritizing stability before pursuing bold innovations. The integration of electrical and internal combustion systems will be a critical point, and any team that masters this technology will have a significant advantage in the championship. Furthermore, preseason testing will be fundamental in this context. With more days of testing and the possibility of using new cars, teams will have a broader opportunity to identify and resolve reliability issues before the start of the season. This extra time will be vital not only to fine-tune car performance, but also to ensure that all new components work as expected under race conditions. The 2026 season promises to be one of the most exciting and unpredictable in recent years. With new regulations, more sustainable engines, and a range of technical innovations, Formula One is gearing up for a revolution. The teams that can balance innovation, reliability, and regulatory compliance will have the chance to stand out and compete for the world title in a setting quite different from what we have seen so far. Fans can expect more dynamic races, more elaborate strategies, and tighter competition, especially with potential changes to the points system and the inclusion of more teams in the points fight. It will be a season of rapid adaptations, constant learning, and, above all, a testament to how Formula One can reinvent itself and remain at the pinnacle of world motorsport. So, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow all the updates. Let's unravel every detail of this new era of F1 together.